Well, guess what? We're gonna go for our very first test run today. We have a buddy that has a gravel pit that has gave us open access to his gravel pit today. So we're gonna go try this thing out. What is my expectations? I don't want to blow it up. I would like for it to be fast. I'd like for the e-brake system to work. I would like for me to get a feel of the car and a feel for the turning. I would like for it to, again, not blow up. I know I'm setting super high expectations, but whatever. So the other things I'm looking for is I'm looking to see if there's any little things that I would like to change with the car, like ride height, power steering issues, anything that pretty much comes up. We have had a little bit of an issues with the power steering. So like we've had to loosen the power steering box off for it to be able to have power steering. As soon as you really tighten down the power steering box, you lose power steering. So I don't really know what that's about. I would like to keep an eye on transmission temps. I'd like to make sure that the rad fan turns on and off. You know, the basic stuff of your first test and tune breakdowns and rundowns of the car. So the reason I'm doing this, because I want to figure 8 this car soon. So we have to test it to make sure it's good. And then we have a buddy called Nathan. And Nathan has done a little bit of figure 8 racing. Actually, that's not true. Nathan's done quite a bit of figure 8 racing. But he usually drives really, really crappy cars that are usually beat up to the max. So maybe we'll let him drive this thing and see what he feels and maybe he might tell me something that he wants to change about it. So let's hit the road and go to Nathan's. So we have made it to the gravel pit. I just have the car over here starting to warm up. So I have noticed there's a lot of killdeers around here. And if you guys don't know what killdeers are, they are birds that lay their nests on the ground. So I've kind of walked this 6 or 7 times looking for killdeer nests, and I haven't seen any because I don't want to run over any baby chicks. You can hear them all. I did find one nest. It's over here, but that I plan on not driving over there. But the problem is they blend their nests in the ground so good. Like it looks like that used to be one right there. I found that one and left the jug so I could show you guys what they kind of look like. I find some shotgun shells, but I haven't found any other killdeer nests. Okay. So the ground looks a little soft and uneven over there. So I'm going to use that as my one block. And I'm going to use the recycling pail as my other block. So I'm not sure how this is going to go, but hopefully it goes pretty good. I'm going to try to track my camera, track my car with my GoPro. Sorry, what do you call this thing? My DJI Pocket 3, and see if it will actually track my car. So that would be pretty nice if it did. Sounds like that thing's starting to warm up, so it's starting to run a little bit better. Let's go take a look at the cameras that I have installed inside of it for you guys to see me today. So I have the one GoPro that's going to be facing me, and then I have the one GoPro in the ceiling that's going to be getting a overview of everything. Okay, let's see if I can select my car. Okay, so I've got the DJI on my car. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. Let's see if it will follow me. I'm gonna turn on my GoPros. Okay, one GoPro's on. Not sure if that GoPro's on. car is extremely loud. I might go put some earplugs in. But we didn't hit any of the center pylons, which is nice. We got within about a foot of this one. Let's go down and take a look at the other one. So that there was with the factory e-brake. I think we're a little over a foot on this side, but not much more. So something I'm noticing, it looks like we got a little leak here on the fuel tank. Okay, let's test out the air brakes. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling the single e-brakes right now. Looks like the camera lost us again. I'm watching for the DJI. So I'm going to use the electric. Okay, so first test run of the car wasn't shit. Wasn't exactly what I expected. Fans work, that's a plus. These tires really dig in, like really dig in. What is my feeling? I felt like I was faster with the actual e-brake. I don't know. I don't feel like the single e-brakes are even helping me do what I want them to do. So I don't feel like the e-brake system is doing it what I want it to do. So the great thing about this is I can completely modify this system. So right now I have each side is working to be each individual e-brake, but with a quick change of the lines, I can make it so that it does both sides. Change of the lines, I can make it so that it does both sides. So now, with this, I push away from me, and it does both e-brakes at the same time. So what I do like about this system is that it can be changed very easy on the fly. So the other thing I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go get earplugs, because this thing is loud. I am putting it in first, but I guess I'm knocking it into second and drive, but it seems to be holding in first. These tires seem to be really gripping in, but you can see the difference. This side here is a lot more stony, and I seem to be able to get really good traction in that. That side there is stony, but it's also a little bit more sandy, but I seem to be pushing through. So that's why I think that the tire selection that we choose for the track is gonna definitely have to matter. So I think that we are going to need multiple different sets of tires, and we're gonna have to take the time to get accustomed to what tires to what track. So first thing I'm gonna do is go get earplugs, because this thing is unbelievably loud. Just gonna lock the track over there, because I don't think this camera's following me very well. I think I'm just too fast, too furious. Okay, start back up. So I'm not sure if that thing recorded it because it kind of disconnected, but I just blew a rad hose. I was done and I was coming into the middle and I was just going to let it cool down a bit and it blew a damn rad hose. Well, that sucks. I don't know if that was tight or not. It looks like it was tight. Maybe we are going to be putting double hose clamps on everything tonight. Well, let's make it. Oh. So we've run into a couple issues here. One, the alternator's made love to this rad hose, so that's not good. Two, the rad hose blew, which is not good either. So today's conclusions is, I don't think the individual e-brake is going to help us. I think you need both of them. So that means the months upon months of me building that was wasted. But who knows? It could all change. Maybe track specific. Maybe on slipperier tracks that could be needed. I guess I don't need these earplugs anymore. So some of the problems I thought I was gonna have, I didn't actually have. So I was a little nervous about the individual e-brake system. I don't think it's ever been done before, so that was kind of like a random thing that I didn't know if it was gonna work or not work. And guess what? On this ground, there was too much traction with the front tires for one tire to slow me down. So I think that is a fail. Some things that did fail was the e-brake system, but with the air, it's completely changeable in a matter of minutes. Like you guys see me just change the air lines there and it took me 35 seconds, so not a big deal. Other things that didn't fail that I thought were going to. The air compressor. Not a single issue with the air compressor. So that's a plus. Transmission felt extremely good. The braking system felt good. The car, I did put those Jeep Grand Cherokee springs in it. I was nervous that it was going to be too tall. Not an issue. It felt very planted. Felt firm. Felt ready to go. The radiator, it's a bit of a letdown, but there's going to be letdowns. So I just want to say thanks, Nathan. Thanks for letting me come out. Sorry that I blew it up before you could get here. And sorry to his neighbors, because this car is extremely loud. Oh, and the domino sign didn't fall off. So, now the next thing is fix the rad and get this thing painted.